Secrets revealed. That's right. I'm going to be doing secrets revealed of an opening day attraction. There's a lot of history with this one. Let's get to it. Hi, I'm Chris. You're watching Park Pass, and today I'm going to be doing the secrets revealed of an opening day attraction. This attraction's probably had more influence on Disneyland than any other attraction. I'll explain to you why. But the attraction, of course, is the Jungle Cruise. Let's get into this amazing attraction. Look at this amazing attraction. There's a lot of history with this. This has influenced Walt Disney. This has influenced Disneyland. This is an opening day attraction, but it wasn't even close to what it was like now. It's completely changed and revamped with a lot of things that's happened. So let's get into it. This is the entrance into the Jungle Cruise. Tours departing daily. Now, when you first come in here, you want to notice right here on the right-hand side, it says a Jungle Navigation Company. This shows you the exact tour and map of what you're going to be doing. This is right where you get on right here. You're going to go right down this river, the Irrawaddy River. And then you go down to the Elephant Bathing Pool, the Ganges River, right down here to the Congo River. You go this way down here, we're going to turn right. You go down the Nile River. Some of these rivers are real, some of them are not. You go up here. We go right down here to the Zambezi River. That takes us into the Amazon River, and then that ends up right back where we started from. Now, this is what I absolutely love. It tells you like how long do you expect the Jungle Cruise to last. Day 1, right, we get in the boat. This is day 2. When you get down to the elephants, that should be day 4. You're gonna come down here, day 5. Get to the front of the waterfall. That's day number 6 right there. Day 7 right there. We're gonna turn, you got day 8, go all the way up here, you got day 9, go up here, day 9, still continue, day 10 right there, going down, all the way down, day 13, end of season. And I love this, it says uncharted territory. You see this little river going there? That's where the boats go at the end of the night. Included it on the map. So, this was an opening day attraction, but it wasn't like it is now. From 1955 to 1962, do you know what they didn't do? Tell jokes. There was no jokes at all on the attraction. You were just going through and having a good time, learning, educational attraction, learning about animals. Be sure when you look around, you want to look at the queue, there's lots of cool things. This is one of the few areas where they have a bicycle in Disney. Most times they have what's called a penny whistle. It's a large wheel, it's a little tiny bicycle, but this is just a normal bicycle they have here. What year does this take place? Well, 1938, and I could prove that to you a little later on in the video, but I like this. I got like little bullets and things to make the chessboard. All these fun things here. So everything takes place here. It will be expeditions in the year 1938. When Walt Disney pitched the idea for Disneyland, one of the lands he wanted was Adventureland, because back in the time, the 1950s, you got to think like the 1950s, people didn't go on adventures. They weren't going out into the Amazon. They weren't going on these extravagant like expeditions. And so they wanted people when they came to Disneyland to feel like they were going on an adventure, hence Adventureland. Now, if you're waiting in the line, you go up on the upstairs area, it's kind of closed off, but there's a little tiny crate over there. It's so important. What does that crate say? See a shipping crate from Dr. Henry Jones. That's Indiana Jones. That means that the Temple of Forbidden Night and the Jungle Cruise are in the same universe, right there together, tying them together. So this literally ties to the time of Indiana Jones attraction. Indiana Jones is shipping an artifact right here on Jungle Cruise. You can see it, Professor Henry Jones. So when Walt Disney pitched the idea for the Jungle Cruise, what did he want? He wanted real animals. He wanted real animals here. He wanted to be super educational. He wanted people to go on an adventure right down there and see real animals. But as they're doing the research for it, the zoologist told Walt, they're like, that would be a disaster. They said, 1, the animals will be afraid of the boat, they'll hide, and 2, most of them are nocturnal. Nocturnal means that they sleep mostly during the daytime and are awake during nighttime. So, how do they combat that? Well, then Walt says we need to create some fake animals. At this point, you have to keep in mind, in 1954, when they're working on this attraction, there was never been an animatronic like this. They came up with the idea to do animatronic animals for the Jungle Cruise, so that way people could see real animals. Animatronics. That was introduced here. This is insane, because this changes everything. There are people that are getting on these amazing little boats. Now, why did the animatronics change everything? Well, because of that, they were able to do attractions like Pirates Caribbean, the Haunted Mansion, the Tiki Room. We always have these amazing animatronics, and it all started here in the Jungle Cruise. We're gonna go through the Jungle Cruise. I'll show you some highlights, and after that, after we go through the ride, I'm gonna tell you some cool facts that make this attraction so unique. This is one of the very few attractions where it's cast member dependent, and they tell, like, they have to know the script and everything. So cool.
Excited, but you're all came aboard. Say goodbye to those lovely faces on the dock, because you're never gonna see them again, and it's nice to get the last goodbye, right? Alright, now for your safety, please remain seated at all times, keeping all hands and feet inside this boat. Parents, please supervise your children. It's gonna get really tight like we're a can of sardines. Alright, now I want to warn you before we start, this is a water ride. Not for the reasons you think, but because I spit when I fell. Oh, so sorry. I'm so sorry. I had to get my lunch out. It was a lot of beef. It was fighting back. Oh. Alright, now if you look to your right, that is the Indiana Jones Temple, the Forbidden Eye.
They acknowledge Indiana Jones. This is one of the few attractions where they acknowledge other attractions.
Now if you look to your left, you're gonna see a Himalayan tiger. Very impressive, right? He's learning new skills. Do you want to know what he's practicing? Stand-up comedy. Get it? Because it's a Himalayan tiger? No? Okay. Alright. Say goodbye to the snake. And hello, Cambodia! As you can tell by that ancient Cambodian shrine. Now you're about to see the most beautiful thing. Are you ready? It's a turn away coming right at you. You can take all the pictures you want of those elephants. They got their trunks on. Alright. Now you guys, you want to know something scary about the Jungle Cruise? Look at her. There's the water bill. She takes so long of a shower that I can't shower. Hello. You smell that? You're awake now. Alright, I know. Now if you look up and up, you guys didn't see that, right? We're having enough to drive over that. On your right, you're gonna see a monkey, a gorilla, but watch out! Oh my god! They left my car upside down! Everyone the lights on! Oh, we're supposed to get out. I'm about to fight that gorilla for those appealing snacks. I'm thinking banana split. Speaking of banana split, we'll go to the right. Good luck. Just kidding. After all, we're gonna turn those here. Not right, big enemy. Alright, now welcome to the Nile River. It goes on for Niles and Niles and Niles and Niles. Do you wanna? If you don't believe me, you'll be in the boat. It's gonna be really awkward. Now, do you want to know a cool trick? Look at this! Speak louder! Okay, that's how peer pressure works. So, welcome to the African belt, where I'm going to point out the oldest animal here. It's those zebras. They're still black and white. Boring. Alright, and if I told you that was a tiger, I'd be lying. Alright, now if you look to your right, oh hi, he's my trainer! Okay, it's a good thing I learned from him, don't argue with the rhino. Now if you guys want to see something cool, a lot of skippers don't show you this. Are you ready? Ready? Look over there, behind that tree. You're about to see a whole lot of nothing. Oh, no. Please cover your ears, always scare those nipples away. Please cover your ears. Please cover your ears. That didn't work. Let's scare it with words like, I love you.
Alright, so I love this fact here. You're in this boat.
Alright. I know, do you see that? I can't believe it. We have a really good deal in
The map that he's holding is Walt Disney World. And the Walt Disney World, he's holding a map of Disneyland. That's why they crashed, because they're holding the wrong map for the wrong park.
Alright. Good thing this one was free. Alright, now, are you guys ready to go over that waterfall? Verbally! It's gonna be called the backside of water! Sorry. I couldn't help it. I was saying it
There's a little
wrong.
piranha sign there. They don't have the piranhas come up anymore.
Embarrassing.
If you look in the water, you kind of see them in the water.
No, it's time to make us stop. Ironically, in the piranha pool. What is going on?
Oh,
Turn out when life gives you lemons, you make lemons.
kind of see the piranhas there.
If you look to your left, you're gonna see a snake. All right. Don't get into a relationship with them, okay? They're really binding. All right. Now, it looks like we're at Trader Sam's gift shop. Oh, this will make me so happy. You want to know why? We're close to the end.
As you exit, you see like they have a little Venus flytrap and another one in a cage over there too. Now, like what I was saying is, this attraction is so cool because it's dependent on the cast members. The cast members, they have to have a script. The script is completely memorized. Every joke they tell has to be pre-approved. But their delivery style can be different. Some cast members, they do it more in a deadpan style. Other people, they kind of do like funny, like laughing and like being kind of ditzy or whatever. It's all up to them however they want to do it. But every joke they tell is a pre-approved joke. They have to write a script. Now, they can submit jokes. If they get an idea of a new joke, they can submit that joke. If it gets pre-approved, if it gets approved, then they can't put it in the script and start using it. But from 1955 to 1962, there were no jokes on this attraction. Like Walt Disney wanted, he wanted this to be like an adventure, and he wanted people to come here and feel like they were learning something, going on an actual safari. Fun, a little boring. They go through and people they point at plants, like this is a plant over here, this is an elephant, this is their lifespan, and they would kind of talk about just the animals. This though really inspired Walt Disney, because guess what happened? One day, Walt Disney was walking by, kind of standing by Jungle Cruise, and there's a mother and a son. And as the story goes, the son wanted to go on the Jungle Cruise, and the mom was like, "Oh no, we did that last time. Let's skip it." And they skipped the attraction. And that's when Walt realized they need what's called rewritability. They need to be able to ride the ride over and over again and still enjoy it. And so that is actually what happened. So when he was working at the time, Walt Disney was helping out with Pirates Caribbean. And so he's like, when we do Pirates Caribbean, Pirates, it has to, people can ride it over and over again. They hit a home run at Pirates, of course. You can ride it over and over and over and over again and never get tired of Pirates. Right next to the Jungle Cruise, you're gonna see this palm tree. This palm tree is called the Dominguez palm. It touches the building, actually. We don't know how old it is, but we know it's estimated to be over 120 years, I believe. When Walt Disney was trying to purchase the land for Disneyland, it was owned by the Dominguez family. And they had all these orange trees. It was an orange grove. And when they were negotiating to sell the land, they told Walt that this tree here was very special to them. Their grandparents got married under the tree. The families would get together and have family time under this tree. So they asked Walt, they're like, we'll sell this land to you, but if we do, will you preserve this tree? Will you preserve it? Walt did what's called a handshake deal. He shook their hand right then and there and says, absolutely, I will make sure that this tree is preserved. And he did. The palm tree was moved and transported right here into Adventureland. It's one of the oldest trees, not the oldest tree, but it is a pretty old tree. That is the Dominguez palm, named after the Dominguez family, because it's important to them, so Walt preserved it. Now, at the time when they were creating this ride, Bill Evans, he was like a landscaper, and he'd worked to help landscape Walt's personal home and all that area. So he asked Bill, he's like, you gotta come down here and landscape this whole area down here, the Jungle Cruise. Bill had a limited budget though. They tried to find trees that would be acceptable to live in the climate here in California, and something that could be year round. And they also were like, how do we do this on a really cheap budget? You're not gonna believe what Bill did. Do you remember the Dominguez family they bought from? What were they growing? Orange trees. And a lot of those orange trees had been displaced and pulled up and disrooted, I guess. Bill Evans took those orange trees. He turned them upside down and they buried them here on the island so that the roots were poking up into the sky. And then he covered the roots with like vines and green leaves and things like that to make it look like a jungle. But a lot of those were just orange trees turned upside down. Eventually though, it became its own ecosystem and was named a jungle. It's true, it's thriving. What an amazing thing to do. I mean, Bill Evans came up with the idea, save money, let's use the trees we have, turn them upside down and have the roots poking up into the sky, and sure enough, things grew on them. In 2010, with the environment having undergone 55 years of growth and care, Disneyland's man-made jungle was deemed a real jungle, thanks to its own self-sustaining ecosystem. So how do we know that it takes place at least by 1938? Well, because of a flag. There's a flag here, and this flag was here of the British colonies, and it's the flag that was used in 1938. In the year 1938, this is the flag that the British colonies used. So straight up ahead, you can see a flag there. It's not waving in the wind, but that is the British colony flag of 1938. So Walt Disney heard that mom say, oh, we wrote this last time. It's like, we got to rewritability. And of course, that helped with creating Pirates of the Caribbean. But at the time, he went with Mark Davis. Mark Davis, who did Pirates of the Caribbean. He told Mark Davis, you got to kind of punch this up. Make the Jungle Cruise a better attraction. So Mark Davis wrote the attraction, came up with this idea. And one of the first things you see like those gorillas in there and they turn the Jeep over. That was Mark Davis, he did that. He also added a lot of jokes. Jokes were added. The rumor is that there was a skipper who was telling jokes periodically and people were loving those jokes. And when word got out about it, they had the skipper do it and find out about he did like I've heard, I don't know if it's true, to Walt Disney and a bunch of other higher-ups for Disney, and they liked the jokes, and so they incorporated the idea of having a lot of humor in it. So they started doing jokes in 1962. Now, being a jungle skipper cruise would be my ideal. I've never had that job. I would have loved to have had that job. I think it's one of the best jobs to have. There are some famous people who have done it though. Probably the most famous was Kevin Costner was a jungle cruise skipper here at Disneyland. Yeah, before he got his big break in Hollywood, Kevin Costner was a jungle cruise skipper. Something unique about the jungle cruise is I feel like this ride changes during the time of day that you're on. So if you're riding this at nighttime, it feels like a totally different attraction. So I'm gonna ride it again at nighttime so you guys can see what it's like at nighttime, but daytime or nighttime, it feels like a totally different attraction. Walt Disney was a genius in some things. Some things he had to struggle with. He had a hard time understanding money, but his brother Roy understood that. But one thing that Walt Disney did understand a lot was publicity. And he was trying to build hype for Disneyland at the time. They ran a special, and the special was a Nash car, a Nash Rambler, was a sponsorship for Disney. So Walt Disney drove around this jungle cruise, the dry riverbed. It wasn't filled with water at that point. Drove around the dry riverbed and was pointing, saying, we're gonna have elephants over here, well, lions over here, have this over here. And he did a whole thing on television where he's driving around in a little Nash Rambler to promote Jungle Cruise. And it worked. On opening day, this was one of the most popular attractions of all time. Now, while they're constructing Disneyland, Walt was doing some promotional materials to kind of build hype for Disneyland. And one of the promotions was showing the Jungle Cruise. Now the Jungle Cruise wasn't completed at this time, so what did Walt do? He drove a car through the riverbed showing off Schweitzer Falls. The car was a Nash Rambler who happened to be a sponsor at that time. He drove it. He drove a car around through this amazing riverbed. Now we're gonna go here and I want you to take a look at the water. The water can be various shades of blue, green, or brown. It's not dirty water, it's done on purpose. Why do you think they dye the water? They dye the water so you can't see the track that the boats are on. The boats are on a track. And the skippers, they can control how fast it's going or reverse it if they need to, but they don't want you to see the track and ruin the illusion, so they put dye in the water. Now how do they mix this dye? Well, you know when you go through, you can see a big giant waterfall, the backside of water, O2H, the Schweitzer Falls. That's where the dye is actually put in at the waterfall. It pulls through and mixes it into the water. The dye is placed there. And also when the boats run through in the beginning of the morning, it swirls the dye all the way through the water to hide the tracks. When I was doing my research for this video, I learned a brand new word. It's called turbidity, and that means the clarity of water. And Disney, they have the turbidity down on the Jungle Cruise. Turbidity. T-U-R-B-I-D-I-T-Y. Turbidity? Can you use it in a sentence, please? In 2021, Disney did a movie, Jungle Cruise movie, starring The Rock and Emily Blunt, and it was a successful movie. By the way, do you know what happens if you ever punch Rock in the bum? You just hit rock bottom.
I don't think this is the time for that type of humor.
In 1951, a movie came out called The African Queen. In the movie, you have Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn. It's about a small steamer boat going down the Jungle River. Harper Goff, he was one of the main Imagineers responsible for Jungle Cruise, was heavily inspired by The African Queen. He even says, like, yeah, I love that movie, and he patterned almost everything after that movie for this Jungle Cruise adventure. Another source of inspiration for the Jungle Cruise was a movie from 1955 called The True Life Adventures. It was about an African lion prize. The African Queen has Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn. And the boats are designed after that movie, the way it was in that movie. And basically that movie totally, almost 90% influenced this amazing attraction, the African Queen. For you older people, you might remember this. Before 2001, the jungle skippers would point their gun and aim their little gun at the hippos to scare them off. Well, in 2001, they got rid of the gun. The gun was gone. They brought the gun back though in 2021, where now the skippers do have a gun again, but now they just kind of shoot up in the sky, and they don't really point it at the hippopotamuses. But yeah, the gun was like a big part of the attraction. Now, this was, of course, an opening day attraction. It takes up a lot of landscape, and it was on all the maps when Disney was like pitching an idea for Disneyland. One of the things that makes this attraction so unique, though, is how close it is to Main Street. You have to realize how close this is to Main Street. We have to show you this. So you can see right back here, that little line, the line of roofs. Let me show you how close this is to Main Street. Yeah, remember that tree you can see right over those roof line? That's right there. The trees you see in the background, those are Jungle Cruise, but you get even closer. And there's the tree you can see from the other side. And just on the other side of the building, there you go, that's the hideaway. All right, so we're walking down Main Street. How close does Jungle Cruise get to Main Street? 35 feet away from Main Street. That's how close it is. It's literally right there. So I'm gonna show you how close it is. We're gonna go right over here because I have to use every little square inch of land here at Disneyland. There's the Jungle Cruise right back here. See those trees? Goes right through there. Now, when they bought this land, of course, they had orange trees. The Dominguez family planted eucalyptus trees around the orange trees. Why would they do that? Well, they have a really good relationship. The eucalyptus trees protect the orange trees and make the orange trees become stronger. When they were digging up a lot of those trees, they left a lot of these eucalyptus trees. They have now grown so tall, they're part of the Jungle Cruise, you can see them peeking over the buildings. All right, right back there, straight behind this building. Those trees there, and these trees right here, that's the Jungle Cruise. And those trees right there, that's the Jungle Cruise. It's literally right there. Now, remember how I told you they brought back the gun in 2021? Well, the Jungle Cruise is so close to the edges of the property that if you go outside, there's some lockers there, you stand there, you can hear them shoot the gun. You hear a little pop, pop. Again, this is all Jungle Cruise trees right back here. I'm exiting out of the park to come right over here so you guys can hear the little pop, pop. This right over here though, right as you enter in, that's part of the Jungle Cruise. And now that the skippers have their guns back, you can hear their guns shooting every once in a while as they go by, scaring out the hippos. See if we can hear it. A little pop, pop. Did you hear it? A little bing, bing, right there, Jungle Cruise. Now you can hear the familiar shots. All right guys, I waited till it's dark. We're gonna go do the Jungle Cruise now at nighttime. But before we do that, there are some more famous other Jungle Cruise skippers. Kevin Costner, John Lasseter from Pixar, and Ron Ziegler. You might be thinking, well, who's Ron Ziegler? He was Richard Nixon's press secretary. He's actually a really funny guy, and he was also a Jungle Cruise skipper. It's amazing. All right, look how people are waiting for the parade. It's dark. Let's go do Jungle Cruise though. Man, everybody's waiting for the Paint the Night parade. But guys, we gotta get to the Jungle Cruise. Back to Adventureland. Now, there are 12 boats in the fleet for Jungle Cruise. They can run, the maximum boats they can run at any one time is 8 boats running at any given time. But there are 12 boats in the fleet. There are 12 boats, but only 8 of them can be running at a time. Their names are the Amazon Belle, Congo Queen, Ganges Gal, Hondo Haiti, Irrawaddy Woman, Kissimmee Kate, Nile Princess, Orinoco Adventurous, Suwannee Lady, Ukaili Una, Yangtze's Lotus, Yangtze's YANGTZE Lotus, Yangtze, I don't know. And Zimbizi Miss. There are 4 Disney parks that have a Jungle Cruise. You've got Disneyland, Magic Kingdom in Florida. You have Tokyo, Disney, and then you also have Hong Kong. Now the one in Tokyo is the only one that goes the opposite direction of the other 3. It goes clockwise, where everything else goes counterclockwise. All right, we are now going to go do the Jungle Cruise at nighttime. It feels totally different. It's the same attraction, but it feels totally different at nighttime. I love this attraction. Everybody's waiting for Paint the Night, so there's hardly any queue. Look at all this. Look at all the good stuff here to look at in the queue line. Just while you're waiting to see. So fun. And here we go. Now before we used to have to go up these stairs, but there's not even a line to go upstairs. Let's do this. Here's our skipper for the night.
Any mics on board? Any Michaels? Mics anywhere? No? And no worries. Thank you all for helping me complete my mic check. Appreciate you all.
Hey!
Welcome in, everybody. Watch your head, watch your step. Use those handrails. Once everybody's seated, we can head on.
And now we're going.
Wait, come on, the ugly ones, dude. Don't be rude. Come on now.
And you'll notice it's super dark, so they use lights.
That was not convincing. No worries though. Might as well introduce myself. My name is Skipper Hill, and I'll be your skipper for as far as we make it. Some rules first, because of course, please remain seated, keeping hands, arms, feet, legs inside the boat, and be sure to watch your kids, because I'm not going to do it for you. That feels good, don't it? Yeah, I'll tell you what. That's my shower for the month. Anywho. Up ahead on the right-hand side, we have the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. We're inside. Dr. Indiana Jones is looking for the world's greatest treasure. Of course, I've got no clue why he's looking in there when clearly she's sitting right here. I mean, look at her. Get the people away. Say hi. Say what's up. Oh, yeah. Just up ahead, on the left, we have an ancient Cambodian shrine, of course, built by ancient Cambodian Shriners. Wow, look at this, folks. That right there is a Indo-Chinese tiger. You know, these big kitties can actually jump up to 20 feet, but don't worry, we're about 15 feet away, so it should go right over us. Yeah. Alright, I don't make any sudden moves. Those right there.
Let's see, turn the lights on.
These guys are actually known for shooting acid out of their eyes. Yeah. Weird though, they usually travel in packs of 4, but I only count 3. Oh, that reminds me, you guys in the back of the boat, they love the heat of the engine. Make sure you check the ground. I won't worry about it because I'm up here, but you guys definitely should, yeah. Anywho, just up here. We have the sacred mating pool of the Indian elephant. And wow, they're all out and about today. This is unheard of.
The elephant.
Feel free to take as many photos and videos as you'd like, folks. They've all got their trunks on. You know, I actually have some cool facts about baby elephants.
So
you know
the
that
lights are on the cruise that are shining.
Humans, we can only go
See
to
'em.
2. Yeah, it's also at about a year of age when they start learning how to shoot acid out of their eyes. Oh, that's Bertha right there. Kids, that's what happens when you spend too long in the shower. You turn into an elephant. Yeah. Oh boy, that's fair. I actually slipped him a tenner to play that prank on you. Whoa, why are you guys acting like you saw an explosion or something? I promise you nothing that cool ever happens in the jungle, okay? Our base camp's up ahead. I'm gonna hop out for supplies. Do you mind driving for a sec? All you gotta do is turn the wheel and say whatever you want. It's awesome. You know? You know what? Scratch that. Forget I said anything. It looks like our camp has been overtaken by a bunch of gorillas. On cue, a gorilla with a gun! A gorilla with a gun! Let's get out of here. I want no part of that monkey around. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. You know what I'm thinking, folks? I'm thinking I just saved your life. Thank you is usually what comes after that. Yeah, I appreciate this vlog, but it's too late. It's too late. Don't worry, you have plenty of time to learn how to thank me for saving you. We're going to get into a lot of danger. Oh, and there we have Schweitzer Falls, of course, discovered by Dr. Albert Falls. We'll go over that later, though. We're going to head this way. Hold on tight, folks. Alright, here we are in the Nile River. It's actually the longest river in the world. It goes on for about 4,000 miles. But don't worry, this baby's so quick, we'll get through in just a couple of minutes. Oh wow, folks, look at this over on your left-hand side. That right there is an African bull elephant. Easily the rarest creature we have out here in the jungle. Definitely take a picture because we will never, ever see one of these again. And you know what? On the right-hand side, we have another African bull elephant. Wow. Oh, man. Might I suggest a lottery ticket? Alright, and over on your left-hand side, there is absolutely nothing. Just want to give you a heads up on that. You know, the cool thing about the African bull elephant is they can actually shoot acid out of their eyes. Anyways, here we are to the African belt, one of our African wildlife here in the jungle. I'll point some animals out to you. Yeah, so up there on the hill, you can kind of see them. Those are gazelles. Those on the right side, those are canoe. And then those tall ones way in the back, those are trees. Yeah, and of course in front of the trees we have some giraffes. Those in the front are gazebras, and oh, look at that. Those two lions are looking after a sleeping gazebo. Isn't that sweet? Wow, nature sure is beautiful, huh, folks? Yeah. Oh, man. I don't even know how to process what I'm seeing here. I mean, look at how many rocks are on that beach, huh, folks? There's got to be at least a million. Oh, man. Hide your wallets.
Hippo
I don't put cash on these cruises for that exact reason. But of course, as long as we don't see any bubbles in the water, we'll be completely fine. And you know what? All I see in the water is bubbles. Alright, folks, do not worry. I might not have brought him cash, but I certainly brought him lead. Cover your ears, folks. Oh yeah, look at that. We scared them stiff. They're screaming in terror. And don't worry, folks. I took care of the ones in the trees. Yeah, now, no one's keeping score or anything like that, but according to my math, that's the second time I've saved your life. Thank you.
Yay!
Alright, perfect. I'll tell you what, if you guys could laugh at even a single one of my jokes, I'd probably call it square, okay? Sounds good. Oh, look at that. It looks like a bunch of chimps have commandeered one of our boats. Chimps are pretty funny, though. Let's listen in. Maybe it's good material for me to steal. Oh, my goodness. Kids, cover your ears. Parents, I am so sorry. I don't know where he learned to talk like that. Oh, my goodness. Such language. Oh, man. Children, you'll have plenty of time to learn those bad words when dads put together furniture, okay? You know what? And monkey business continues. I'll tell you what. All they do is steal boats, steal bananas, and monkey around. It's just...
Hey guys, the butterfly's going inside the box.
Ridiculous, but I'm not going to let it bug me too much because just up ahead we have the amazing, the stupendous, the 8th wonder of the world. If you're not going to get hyped up for it, we're going to toss you overboard, just saying. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the backside of water. Yeah, so for whatever reason, this side of the boat didn't seem too enthused with that, so allow me to do you one better. Just behind you, I have the front side of rock.
Yay!
Got some rockers out here? Got some rockers? Yeah.
Metal, baby.
For the rest of you, please do not worry. A lot of people take this for granted. Oh, this is pretty cool. We're going to stop here for just a moment, It's kind of hard to see since it's in the dark, but if you guys look on either side of the boat, either side, just below the surface there, give it a good long look. You can almost see the word gullible. Yeah.
Oh.
Alright folks, I do gotta ask you enjoying your time here on the world famous Jungle Cruise? Glad to hear it, because just as it was 10 fun, we're on our way back towards civilization. But I gotta tell you, this 3-month-long journey has been so much fun, it's only felt like 7.5 minutes. Yeah. But what's the Disneyland ride without ending at the gift shop, right? I mean, who doesn't love overpriced merch? I know there's at least a few of you, if they had Spirit jerseys here, you'd be pulling out the wallets. Supporting small businesses is all the rage these days. Why not support some monkey business, right? Oh, that's Ellie right there. Let me say hi to Ellie. Hi, Ellie.
Hi, Ellie.
Well, you're still stay for too long, folks. She actually shoots acid out of her eyes. Yeah. Alright, folks, I gotta remind you, please remain seated, keep your hands on our feet and legs inside the boat, and be sure to watch your kids. And then give yourselves a round of applause because you survived the world famous Jungle Cruise.
Yay!
I'll tell you what, that's an impressive feat with me behind the wheel. But seriously, folks, if you did enjoy your time here on the Jungle Cruise, my name was Skipper Dylan. And if you didn't, then my name was irrelevant. Yeah. If you're wondering how to spell that, it's spelled I-R-R relevant. Yeah.
So I told you each of the captains, the skippers, they different. They perform differently. That guy was hilarious. He was like a lot of high energy. Now, why is this ride so important to Disneyland? Well, it was Walt Disney's favorite attraction. On opening day, this was his favorite attraction. He loved it and he's very proud of it. But I told that story about the little boy and the mom, and she's like, oh, we've already seen this attraction. We don't need to go back. That story is credited. We all know that Walt said Disneyland will never be finished. They're always going to keep building upon it. Because of that story, heard that the boy was like, I want to go on it. And mom's like, we've already been on it. That's when we realized we're never going to be done. We got to keep making things better. We can keep improving them. They can keep improving the Jungle Cruise and keep making it better. That Disneyland will never be finished. That whole sentiment started here because of the Jungle Cruise. This is an amazing piece of history. It's an amazing attraction. It is one of the very, very best. Oh, it looks cool at nighttime. Now, like I said, there are 4 different Jungle Cruises. Are they all the same? No, they're different. The one in Florida, you go through like a temple, like a cave. The one in Hong Kong, that might be my favorite one. The one in Florida and the one in Japan, they're kind of similar. But the one in Hong Kong, you go through white water rapids. They shoot fire at you. A giant wall of water comes in over the boat almost. It's like a total stunt show, and it's but it's a Jungle Cruise.
Your skippers don't know how to make turns, or else our boat will be broken. Hey, the way in front of us has been blocked. Can we try going backward? No. There's a huge waterfall behind us also. We are trapped. Oh no! Welcome to the Forbidden Kingdom. Here's the home of Fire God and Water God. Wow, but seems like our unexpected vision that that's all I did. Can't help me to put out the fire, just blow it. Where are you? Water God, come save us! Whoa! Whoa! Wow, you guys are so brave.
But of course, this one here at Disneyland is the original, and because of this amazing attraction, there were so many people who wanted to come to Disneyland because they saw Walt Disney hyping this ride on a TV show before the park opened. And this is why this is a big attraction, a big draw on opening day, Disneyland. The Jungle Cruise. What an amazing attraction. All right, now, if you have it, if you look down below, you'll see a little button that says subscribe. It's black. If you hit the subscribe button, it'll turn gray. Click that button and make it turn gray. Do it yourself, you can see for yourself. Hit the subscribe button, it's something you do for free. Or if you learn something or you like this video, hit the like button. Those are things you can do that let me know that you like the content that we're doing. You like learning new secrets or history about things at Disneyland. I'll keep doing it. As long as people appreciate it, I'll keep doing it. If you want to come down to Disney, the best way to do it is call 1-855-GETAWAY. It is the cheapest way to get tickets for Disneyland, the Disneyland Hotel, also Florida. The lowest prices on tickets, lowest prices on hotels, and it's 1-855-GETAWAY, 1-855-GETAWAY. When they answer the phone, tell them Park Pass sent you, and you'll get a special little discount, which is amazing. Or you click the link down below if you'd rather do that. If you don't want to talk to people, click the link down below. You guys are amazing. I'm going to try to go maybe to the Tropical Hideaway over here. So I need to find a little table where I can sit down so I can talk to you guys. Now this is an addition that they made, the Tropical Hideaway. This is where they had like the Aladdin show. It was a restaurant. As an homage to that, you see, like, look down, you can still see the carpet from the Aladdin show. But whoa, I don't want to be that close. But we're gonna go in and see if I can find a little table and sit down. I want to talk to you guys. All right, I'm sitting right here. You guys can see there's a little boat there. They're coming through. Look at that little tiki torch burning. There they are going through, having a good time. Oh, it's Rosita talking.
Turned into a real sourpuss.
All right, so I'm gonna sit down here and we talk to you guys. I just want to take a quick moment to say that I'm talking to you. You are the person I'm talking to right now. You have my full attention, and I want you to know how amazing you are. Do you know that? No matter what's going on in your life right now, if you're struggling right now, if you're feeling like you have some depression or some sadness or just some things are not going your way and you're feeling a little sad, I want you to know that you don't forget how amazing you are. You make the world a better place. You do. You make it the best place there is. Because of you, the world's better. I hope you know that, because I am talking to you when I say that. You just make the world great. And if you are struggling and going through a rough patch right now, it does get better. The problem with when you're feeling depression or when you're going through a rough patch is you think it's never going to end, but guess what? It does end. It gets better. Things get better. Don't quit. Oh wow, guys, we're exiting out right as the parade's going. Paint the night. It is a fantastic parade, that is for sure. Disneyland rarely does this, but they're turning, you go this way to the right to exit out, which I love. This is how it is in Disneyland Paris all the time. They have these they call them arcades, they're open the whole time. They go on both sides of stores, which is great. This is something that's a little rare, they don't do this very often. So you can see, oh, we'll actually be able to see the boats, where the boats park. Here they are. There's the Jungle Cruise boats. This is where they park in the evening. There's one of the boats. That's the entrance to the Jungle Cruise. That's crazy. Now they have these little awnings that they pull down when crowds do come back here. So kind of make it look, you know, nice, presentable. All Disney fans love to come back here though. It's so fun. Like the cast only area. And this is where you exit out. So you gotta go right behind all that crowd. Here we go. Exiting right out. And we actually now are ahead of the parade. Right down here, the people haven't even started to see it yet. Parade's coming down though. That's amazing. Are parades important to you when you come to Disney? Like, is that something? There are some people I know that they're like, no parades. They're like, I don't want a parade. They're like, I just want to ride rides. And there's other people who are like, I want parades. Parades are super important to me. What do you guys think about it? Put me down in the comments down below. Tell me if you like the parades, and then, or if you don't like the parades, like why? What is it about it? Paint the Night, I think, is so worth it. That's one of the few parades I was like, you've got to see it. And the more times you see it, the better it is. But there have been other times that other parades have been going on, and I'm like, this is a time to hit all the attractions, like Big Thunder and all those other attractions. There's like no line because everyone's watching parades. I don't know if you guys know this, I am doing this, all these videos, staying at different hotels down here in Anaheim, coming to Disneyland pretty much every day. Guess what, guys? Oh, I am terrified of this. Universal Studios the Halloween Horror Nights. They've invited me to come, and originally I was like, I didn't really know if I wanted to go because it scares the heck out of me. And then they've invited me, and they're gonna give me an escort to walk through so I can film. That way if I get too scared, we'll see what happens. I don't know. So that'll video will be coming out in a couple days. Got other other Disneyland videos coming out. So got a lot coming on. I just also want to talk to you about this. We have this group called Patreon. If you don't know what Patreon is, Patreon's where people can go that want to support our channel, and they're like, hey, I really like your content, it's worthwhile, and I want to contribute to that. And you can become a Patreon member. You click the link down below. You can select your level of whatever amount you'd like to donate to the channel. It's the most important thing for our channel. It helps us to be able to do these types of videos. And then at the end, we have an end card. You see the end card, you see all those names. Those are all our Patreon members. Plus, some of our Patreon members, they get every Tuesday, Amanda makes a special video for them, just for them. We also do Instagram stories just for our Patreon members. And we try to do Sunday night videos to answer Patreon questions. If you would like to get those amazing benefits, click the link down below where it says Patreon and become part of this amazing community. We'd love to get to know you. It's one of the best ways where I can actually get to know who you are. All right, guys. I'll see you in our next video. We got a lot going on. And because of Jungle Cruise, we have animatronics. And I forgot to say this in the video. Animatronics are done with pneumatic. This machines are done through air, not electrical wiring, because it's in water, which makes total sense. And to our Patreons, we love you. What an amazing attraction.